Yo guys, what's up? Ricardo Man here, and welcome back guys to my final part 4 of my movies of 2024. I'm sorry guys for the delays because I've been working and I've been tired, but now I finally get the chance to do this final part, which is the worst movies of 2024. There's some I didn't see, like Megapolis, and I have Joker for Le Adieu, the sequel on DVD, but I heard that's bad, so I'm not gonna watch it. I might once, and I'll give you guys an update on that. Maybe later, I don't know, down the road. There's some I did miss last year that I was interested in, but I heard some were good, some were bad. And I'm going to mention one movie in here that is not on DVD yet. But let's get straight to it. Before I do the video, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and would you tell me what you think, what's your top 10 or whatever was your worst movies of last year, 2024. Alright, let's get into it. Let's start with The Crow remake. And I did defend Bitty Bitty Bit. And I finally watched the original with the late great Brandon Lee for the first time. And God, that was a masterpiece. And then they tried to remake it, I think. They tried to remake it, and I'm just like, alright. This was a nothing movie. I thought the action was okay, but that was like the only good thing at the end. Like, you get this random British girl who's being chased by freaking General Shepard from Weapon X, from X-Men Origins Wolverine over here, have this mind-controlling power with no explanation. They never explained that in the movie. And she gets arrested for drugs or whatever. I don't know. And she meets Bill Skarsgård's character that we see in the movie. This was nothing to do with The Crow. She just brings him when they both escape to her shenanigans, like her problems that catch up to her. I'm just like... And then when they both about to die because of these hands of these crooks, he becomes he didn't become the Crow until like later on. That's the dumbest part. Because when he came back to life, I thought he was going to become the Crow. I was like, okay, here we go. And no, he didn't. Like, the blood and the gore was great, but... I love Bill Skarsgård. I love this movie, like I mentioned, Boy Kills World. And then, of course, and then there was another movie, I forgot what it was called. I thought it was really good, but, his performance in this one was, he did as best he could, but it was a god-awful movie. The ending was kind of, was like, what? He becomes a Crow. He does all this blood and gore, like, at the end. Like, we started about the Killers game with Batista, kind of, the Arcatorium. And then at the end, he becomes he actually sacrificed his soul, like, okay, if I come to Crow one more time, if I save her alive, I'll switch up for my soul. I was like, that's stupid. And then, so that was it. I'm just like, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know about that one. So the next movie I'm going to now say is Tarot. And my God, this was a trash movie. I was actually excited to watch this because the actor who played Ned Leeds, or Ned from Spider-Man, that's the only reason why I want to watch it, because you got him in there. It was horror, so I'm like, okay, cool. And when I watched this, it was trash. I'm sorry, but this movie was horrible. You got bad acting, bad dumbass, excuse my language, dumbass character decisions they fucking did in the movie. Like the tarot cards, like they testing what their deaths are going to be. So, like, the ghost saying you should not run away from the ghost. And what she do? She runs away from the ghost and she gets pulled up from this random bridge. I'm just like... And then somehow Ned survives at the end of the movie and is elevated by the fool, or whatever you call him, Joker. And then when we saw him at the end of the movie, because I thought I was like, okay, cool, he's dead now. We got the ex-boyfriend and the girlfriend now, or whatever. And then no, he comes up with the car, and then they showed it. I was like, how the fuck did he survive? And I was like, Ned. And then I'm sorry, that old lady thing was kind of stupid. She was explaining that she had to deal with this as well. I was like, okay. And then she tried to come to help. And she gets wasted. So she was on screen for like 5 minutes. Maybe close to 10, but barely 5 minutes. That was it. Yeah. Don't watch this, guys. Trash. The next one I'm gonna say is Trap. Yeah, M. Night Shyamalan. Like I said, I saw his daughter's performance in the movie. She directed. It was called The Watchers. Like I said, my favorite is The Visit. I love found footage. I loved the twist at the end. That was a good plot twist. This, you can automatically know who the fucking killer is. I mean, the actor who played as this butcher guy, we never actually got to see him actually butcher anyone, I thought it was a great actor. But goddamn, this was a long movie. Majority of the entire movie is in this concert. This girl was M. Night Shyamalan's daughter. And I'm sorry, if you're a hater on me, go ahead. I am not a fan of that trash music that these generation of teenagers or wherever you listen to these days. I hate that kind of music. I don't listen to that trash. For me, I love the 80s rock and like heavy metal rock, like, you know, John Bon Jovi, you know, Kiss, AC/DC, you know, those kind of rock. I did not like the trash movies. And then every 5 minutes he just goes, like, he just goes do something, and he goes back, goes do something, comes back, and he looks at, like, let's go down there. She's like, no, Dad, why would we go down there? And they get in the back, and, oh yeah, the plot twist, I'm the killer. When he told the singer, I was like, and I was honest, I'm like, I know, we noticed that. But obviously you tell in the trailer. And then at the end was like, she takes over the movie now. I'm like, what the fuck? And then here was some weird questionable scene I was gonna say. He got into the limo, handcuffed the girl, the singer, in the car. People were just surrounding the car. And somehow he teleports and he just walks off. I'm like, what? How did that happen? He's not Nick Fury. That made no sense. And then, of course, he somehow tried to escape at the end with the SWAT team found him. I'm just like, I guess. Yeah. Trash. Another movie I'm going to say, guys, is I love these animated movies. Like, you know, it's all like The Wild Robot, you know, Inside Out 2, Despicable Me 4. But for me, the only animated movie I hated was Garfield, the movie. Oh, the Garfield movie. Starring Chris Pratt. No offense to him. Great actor. But he was a wrongful choice in this movie. If I have in my opinion, you should have Bill Murray. Yes, he did voice in the original live action from the 2000s, you know, Garfield the movie and Garfield Tales of Two Kitties. We should have chose him. He was funny in those two. And I'm sorry, but the acting, the comedy was bad. There was no comedy. Like, I was saying like this, like, when they were saying, like, I'll say something jokey or, like, some comedy, I was like, or there was something funny, I was like, I'm waiting. I didn't even get that feeling. I was like, where is it? I'm not giggling. I'm not laughing. No. I mean, Nicolas Cage, though, great actor, too, but this was just a bad movie. I mean, the animation looks okay, but it's just bad comedy, bad acting, and just, yeah. And the next one I'm going to say, here's my last three. Oh, no, wait, let me do one more really quick. I don't know if you guys seen this movie. It's called The Front Room, where you got this black woman who's married to this white guy, and it turns out that his dad passed away, I think from a disease or something, or cancer. So the will is that he's supposed to take care of his mom, who's supposed to be this, it's like a horror element of this movie, that she's this horrible grandma. It wasn't even horror. And the will is that she needs to stay with them, stay in a nursing home, take care of her. And God, the acting was bad. I hated the way she acted. She's like, help me. Somebody help me. Help me. It was just fucking, I hated the aging of the acting. I just want to punch her in the face. I hated the acting. And it wasn't even horror. It was barely a thriller. In some random scene, she gets like 3 nipples. Giving breastfeed to their child. It wasn't even horror. It was just basically racism. So every time, like, this is his, like, this is the couple's houses. She just goes, as soon as she arrives in there, she automatically changes everything that she She changed everything from what the black girl loved and then to what she liked. Like, so this is racism. I was like, what? This is not horror. And then at the end, I like the little twisty part that they couldn't find out that she died. So they moved out of there, and it turns out that she killed her when she smothered her to death because she couldn't take her fucking shenanigans no more. I was like this, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But when I left, I was like, that was horrible. It wasn't even horror. It was just racism. Yeah, no, it's not coming on DVD. Yeah, The Front Room. Damn, don't go watch it, guys. It's terrible. It's garbage. All right, guys, we're making it to our last three. I'm gonna do this one really quick. Get these two. I'm gonna get to the good one at the first. Next one is Imaginary, and I know there's a lot of people that kind of enjoyed it. For me, it was trash. It's the exact same thing as the movie I'm gonna say the next one. You just got a haunted teddy bear. I mean, we already got Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. We had Cocaine Bear. I'm just like, how many more haunted bear movies are you gonna make? You know, you got this girl, which I hate the actress. Talk about Shanti, this dumb bear. Seeing that, so what she sees is, and the mom sees it too. And I'm just like, okay. I know the one thing I did like is, like at the end of we got the horror stuff, kinda. But the bear, like the bear, like the way that the demon looked like it was like a freaking costume, like a cosplay costume. It doesn't even look scary. You just go, "Arr." That's it. The acting was dull. The dialogue was, yeah. Oh yeah, there's one thing I gotta mention. There was this father who's the guitarist. He gets a call to go to a concert or like going live on tour. After as soon as he drives off, we never seen him again. We thought we did at the end, but it turns out that it was an illusion. It wasn't really him. Yeah, we never seen the father again. Literally. And this random scene in the beginning of the movie, she was fear of spiders, and now she's with this bear. So for me, trash. Alright, the next one is Night Swim. And as I said in the next movie, it's a haunted swimming pool. I know, this is the first movie I have seen last year, and this movie was horrible. It sounds silly. How are you gonna make a horror movie about a haunted swimming pool in your backyard? It sounds ridiculous and it sounds silly and goofy. I'm sorry, it sounds really silly. And so you got, what's his name? Damn it. Wayne Russell, I think. The son of Kurt Russell. The new U.S. agent that's coming out with Thunderbolts. He plays his disabled father who has illness. When someone in his pool heals him. And then we only get like 1 or 2 jump scares. We get these random demons. I'm just like, what the hell is this? He gets possessed by his goo, and he has to sacrifice. So the thing won't go away until it has the family sacrifice itself. So the dad does. So I was like, okay, a baseball player. The acting was okay. The dialogue was And then you get the woman in this movie who played as Katie's mom from Shang-Chi. You know, who happened to her daughter, sacrificed her daughter for the pool. I was like, okay. I hated this movie. It was silly. It's trash. It just... I hated that. Alright, guys. We made it to our last movie. And the bad movie is Madam... Oh, wait. Before I hit the Madam Web, Kraven the Hunter. This one is going to be like a mixture of good and bad for me. I get it. People do not like it. I understand. I did not... I know. There was a weird ADR in there. I thought the movie was okay. I enjoyed it. But I can understand. And for me, please don't make any more of Sony movies. Or the weird spin-off Spider-Man, whatever, Spider-Man universe. Please don't make them no more. Please don't. I mean, the only one I actually enjoyed was all the trilogy of Venom. I'm sorry. I actually loved the Venom trilogy. Yeah, it wasn't perfect. I loved them. You know, hot take here. I actually enjoyed Morbius And I did too with Kraven the Hunter. Hate me all you want. I actually enjoyed it. But I can understand people's hatred on it. I can understand because of, it's not going anywhere. No post-credit scene. And we at least got to see Rhino. I know people do not like it. Another hot take. I actually like this version of Rhino better than the one we saw in Amazing Spider-Man 2. I mean, we finally got a live-action look. But yeah, they could have gone with a suit. And you get the actor who plays a Rhino from Jurassic Park 3, who plays Billy. And then, the one thing I have to mention, that he did this weird scene when he's staring at a window, he goes... I was like, what the fuck was that? What the hell was that? And then you got the actor who plays Quicksilver in Age of Ultron. A nominee actor, great actor. I felt bad for him in this movie. And Russell Crowe too, man. And you got Chameleon, finally a freaking comic accurate Chameleon. But it sucks we'll never get to see them again. I understand. And now they're saying they're going to make another movies. I was like, please don't. Just give the rights back to Spider-Man, please. That's what not I want. Everyone wants that. So they actually do good with the characters. I don't know if I mentioned this, guys, but I'm going to say it just in case if I did. Y2K. Another bad movie. It was... Don't get me wrong. You got the guy who played in Godzilla vs. Kong. Yeah, I think I did mention this, but I'm going to mention it again. Is it my good? Alright. I mean, it's going to be my bad. The only thing I hate about this movie is Rachel Zegler. I'm sorry. She ruined it. You get the guy who played as from It Chapter 2, and you get the guy who played as in Deadpool 2 and Godzilla vs. Kong. Great Australian actor. But the one thing I hated was that the favorite characters get killed off early in the morning in the movie. Like, yay, I like this guy, and boom, he gets killed. It's basically about the New Year's Eve thing that happened in 1999. I was 2 years old, so I never really kind of remember that. About this virus, with this, the year 2000, but never actually happened. But what if it did in this one? And then there's a cameo. I've never heard of this guy that you saw in the trailer or something. And then here's a dumb scene. I'm going to tell you. I mentioned this in my video, but I'm going to tell this again. This dumb bully with the long hair, this Chinese guy, wherever, does this stupid long, like the little rollerblades. That's definitely 90s. He was about to do this trick when they were leaving to escape. He does this trick on this basketball court pole. And then automatically he just, some weird, like, animation right there. Or like CGI. He fucking dies on his head. I was like, that's not, one of my friends was laughing. I was like, that will never work in real life. I cannot believe that. So he does, because I've done it before, hit my head, and I never actually died from it. That will never work in real life. So that was a stupid scene. But I talk about Rachel Zegler killed it again. Because I already know she got talk trash like she always does. Well, let's not forget, guys. 2 more months. Snow White. How's that gotta go? Oh, no one's gonna watch it. I'm gonna be shocked if I see a mom and a daughter or whoever come out of that theater. I'm gonna be surprised. And then the last movie, as I mentioned, Madame Web. I actually love bad movies, Marvel movies. I'm a huge Marvel fan. And I actually enjoy some Marvel bad movies. Like I said, Morbius and Kraven the Hunter. Even the Fantastic Four in 2015, Dark Phoenix or X-Men Dark Phoenix in 2019, and the New Mutants in 2020. I have never seen a movie this by Madame Web. I have never seen anything this horrible in my life. And that's just saying something. I have seen bad Marvel movies, like I said, but nothing like this. They didn't even try. They just get like one script, like, hey guys, look, I got this one script, and then the director's like, yep, green like that, let's go. The acting was horrible. The dialogue was trash. The villain was a horrible villain. Bad acting in that. A lot of ADR dubbed. Because I didn't know they happened in the first seconds of the movie after the opening. I didn't know that. Someone mentioned it when I saw and catch that when I was watching the reaction, like the review on it, and I saw that I was like, no. Well, the first time I seen the ADR was in a scene where the Ezekiel Sims, I'm sorry, who was talking to the lady on the computer, like trying to find out why these girls are hunting me. I gotta kill them before they kill me. That acting with a weird accent. And then when I saw him, like, he was reading his lines and he didn't move his lips, I was like, no, I literally said it like, no, they didn't. And then when they kept doing it, I was just laughing. I was like, oh, no. I was like, no, they didn't. And a smile of shock. And then when I saw that, I literally came out and I was like, oh, that's bad. That's bad. I was like, there goes all your money. It was that bad. And then you get to see Spider-Girls I never got to see in the movie. That was in the dream sequence. Or flash, or whatever you call it. And then she never... I don't know why we needed this movie to exist. She never had her own comic. The only thing she was in was that Spider-Verse. Like the Spider-Man comic book. The only thing she used is Grand Theft Auto. Like, she used a taxi, hit the suit. That's actually basically the evil version of Spider-Man. They're stupid. Hits him, and then he uses an ambulance. And then somehow, at the end, she kills him with a peace sign. He's like, ah! I'm just like... And there was a scene I hated. She gets hit by a freaking firework to the face. And she becomes blind, which is like, okay, that's cool. And then she becomes paralyzed. And I was like, oh, from a firework? And then she chose these girls finally at the end. I'm just like, and then she made... You can tell the actors did not want to be there. You can tell. You can tell. They were bad. They're only there for the cash. So Madam Web is like the only Marvel movie I hate the most. Way worse than the Fantastic Four in 2015, way worse than X-Men Dark Phoenix, way worse than New Mutants, and that's a little hated. Even way worse than X-Men Origins Wolverine is that bad. So there you go, guys. There you go. There's my movies, bad movies of 2024, guys. Be on the lookout because I'm gonna go see that biopic movie, Better Man, this Sunday. Yeah. Be on the lookout, guys, and see you in the next one. Peace.